Very good afternoon from South Cambridge here in the United Kingdom, where I'm going to talk about Starlink and Dez. Normally I introduce him at this stage, but today I've got to introduce a new co-host, Kev. Kev is a 1920s bipack bullion router who used to be white, now he's yellow. He's that old. He's went yellow in the sun or something. Don't know. It's not Dez, it's not the same. As you know, I teased Dez first flight yesterday, and I can confirm that a flight of sorts happened today. Also in the episode I want to cover this statistics chart, which is interesting because it shows a download throughput of 639.51 megabits per second and an upload usage of 82.74 megabits per second. Now that could be some form of glitch in the matrix over the last few days, but that's pretty phenomenal stats right there. I'm currently still on the older firmware. I still haven't had that come through. I'm quite surprised. Normally it does come through quite quick, but it hasn't. I'm hoping maybe tonight and we can test firsthand how that performs. Now without further ado, here is a Yorkie having a standoff with the sheep. Who's going to break first? So those of you who watched yesterday's episode, we're going to launch Dez on a drone in the sky, and we built a little harness for him to attach him, and he's useless as a router, and I'm okay saying that now. I've come to the conclusion, purely a companion, but I wanted more for him, and I still want more for him, and that's why we were going to start hashtag Send Dez to the moon. So without further ado, this is what happened. Welcome to this outside broadcast. This is launch day. The rain has stopped, which is a good thing. There's a couple of risks that I had to take into consideration. The first one is obviously a fall risk. So I've come to this open field. You see behind me, that's where the sheep reside in that field. So there's no sheep there at the minute. They've moved to the top. I basically told them that there was a test flight in preparation to send Dez to the moon, and they were happy enough. So they moved, which I'm thankful for. Second thing, which is a little bit more important, is the wind. So there is a slight wind. You might not be able to see it or the movement or hear it in the mics, but there is a little bit of a wind, and as I go higher, the carriage or Dez's container or whatever you want to refer to it as is likely going to move. It's going to swing a little bit. So I'm going to try and not fly around in circles or do anything crazy. Somersaults not today. That's for another day. And we're going to just go up and down again. And lastly, the most serious risk in my opinion is that this is a flight path used by the British Air Force, and they often fly Apaches across here and Chinooks. So I am always mindful of listening. They come from the woods behind here, very low. They go well below 400 feet, and if they see him, I'm in no doubt they will just blow it to smithereens, and that'll be terrible. Anyway, let's get on with this. Here we go. Okay, so this is the drone that we will be using for the flight today. Comes in this amazing case, but it's got capacity to carry, I don't know, to be honest. It can fly 40 miles an hour. It's quite a bit more robust than some of the DJI ones, so I think this is probably going to be okay. Going to get it all fitted up, fixed up, and see how we go. And I'm just mindful that when I pull the wings out on this and attach the suspension cords to it, that I don't know, I just feel like I'm gonna have to lay Dez at the back of it, attach the string to each corner, and hope that as it pulls up it doesn't fling him out. Last thing I want is him to get minced up by the propellers. I don't know who would win that fight. I imagine Dez probably would, but I don't want to be replacing propellers or drones for this experiment, and also I don't want Dez to die, so there's a lot of risk here. So anyway, without further ado, let's get him fixed up. As you can see, we have had a slight design change. So we've had to go from the previous design, which was this little thing here, and we've moved into more reinforced materials, which involves things like this, which was provided by SpaceX, maybe, I don't know. It's effectively gardening wire, but the issue I have is that Dez is attached by not very much really. It's some tape. It's pretty good tape. It's a famous animal type tape. Don't want to be promoting stuff. And the issue is though, he looks down a lot on this, so he'll be looking straight at the ground, and that is probably a good thing in order to get him used to, well, heights, I guess, and that's the whole purpose of today. So here we go. This is a moment of truth that I have been anticipating for the last 24 hours. The weather is nice. It's a tiny bit windy, but I think the new materials that I've used should help avoid him swinging. It's literally going to be boot the drone up, and I don't know how this is going to go. It could go wrong from the very start, like any major launch. Just got to do it, see what happens. So I'm ready with the drone. I'm just going to set my screen to record here so that we can capture all the data and various things and heights and how we're getting on throughout the flight. Hopefully he's now focusing. You can see him on the grass there, which is good news. And I'm going to go straight into pre-launch countdown. 10, 9, 8, ready engines, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're initializing gimbal. Camera is on. Just confirm there's no wildlife or animals nearby. Going to confirm onboard camera is now recording. And just gonna look at that handsome fella right there, and we're ready for liftoff. Let's see how this goes. So for the rest of this, I'm going to point the camera directly down, and we will see if we can just catch Dez. So let's go. Okay, so I can see a bit of weight on the drone. I hope it's not going to pull it straight off. I'm going to accelerate quite hard initially just to get it up. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, up. And we're up. So Dez is off the ground. I can confirm that we have liftoff. The drone is struggling a little bit. So we got up to 5 feet. That's 5 feet. So I'm going to pull him back a bit. And you can see him swinging beneath the camera there. He's going down. Let's try and get this altitude training underway. So just want to see how we're looking on camera there. We might have to just stay with the onboard camera just to give you a height reference, etc., because I've got to control the drone and also make sure that you can see what's going on. So I'm just going to start taking them up now. So here we go. That's it. Dez is airborne. Dez is airborne. So I'm happy with that. Okay, the drone is struggling a little bit. I can hear it whizzing around. We're currently at 31 feet. What I'm going to do is just adjust this camera. I feel this is history right here. So we're gonna go up here so we can all see where Dez is. That is him, that little speck in the sky. And from here on in, we're going to watch him head up. So I don't quite know what the limit I should take him to is. So we're going up. Here we go. 50 feet. I mean, we're nearly at 100 foot. I'm a tiny bit nervous. Have to watch my head. I feel like he's directly above me. He isn't. 129, 130 feet. That's pretty. I'm going to move him back towards the field. Just got to be careful with that because he is swinging quite a bit. Don't want to drop him from there. There's a bit of wind. You can see Dez just Gently swaying the wind there. This will not be good for his general health. I feel this might affect his well-being. I don't know if we're any longer on camera. I would like you to see the height of him. I'm going to try and adjust this a little bit to see if we can get the full scale of what is actually happening on this historic day. Oh, there he is up in the middle, I see. So I'm just going to zoom in a bit on that, and hopefully you can see where he is. That is him. There we go. So Dez is up there. We're going to try and press up a little bit higher. Okay, there we go. We're moving at 150 feet, 150 feet. And I think for a first flight, that's pretty good. Should we try and get to 200? If he falls, he will die. I don't know. I don't know if I've got the ball. Let's do it. 200 feet, here we go. 90, 200, 210, 212, okay. I am happy with that, guys, and I'm gonna bring him in now because honestly, I'm worried about his well-being. So here he comes, bringing him down. Oh, I feel my adrenaline going, I feel my heart going. He's shaking around, I can see him there. He's definitely experienced. I can see the drone battery absolutely keying it down. So coming back in the shot. So just gonna adjust the camera here. You can see him swinging. Actually, there's quite a swing on that camera, and let's just get that because that's quite a big deal. And I'm surprised the drone is managing that so well. And we're just gonna bring him down now. We're coming down to lower. Here we go. And I think this is going to be a tricky part because landing is going to be difficult. You can see that he is fairly he's causing a lot of motion on the drone, and I'm worried that as I land that the wire will go back up into the propeller. So I'm going to have to try and do quite a tactful landing where, I mean, the drone literally does not want to land. It's oh, that was a bit quick there. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Sorry, that gave me a little bit of a fright. I thought we were going to be manned down. So this is going to be a tricky part. If this all goes wrong, I'm going to have to delete this footage, pretend it never happened, because the insurance company on my drone will just say, nah, no way. Right, so it's going to be a case of landing and then landing forward, if that makes sense. So I've got to pull forward. Oh, here we go. Oh crap, no. Okay, so that's not going to work. If I drift forward and land at the same time, maybe. Come on. Yes, we did it. Flipping mission successful. And that is how Dez was in the air. I love that. That's it. We've done it. Mission successful. Well done, and thank you for your support. Now let's get Dez to the moon. # send Dez to the moon.
So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed watching that as much as I enjoyed making it. And I can confirm Dez is here. You'll notice immediately that he only has one eye. So he's lost an eye when he was in the sky. And I will replace that shortly. It's like a little battle wound. I've decided to keep the little tape on him across the bottom as a reminder. And yeah, he's pretty terrified looking. Actually, let's have a close-up of him. You can have a look for yourself. So there you have it. Dez's first step towards the moon. Whatever you're doing for the rest of the day, have a good one. I hope that cheered you up before the weekend. And I will catch you later.